Today, Chris shows us the power of score counting in this IMO championship match. He will explain how looking at the score can tell you where an opponent's capital is, how to anticipate an opponent's moves and counter them, and plan ahead to keep the advantage. Okay, let's watch some high-level Polytopia strategy. Hello, I'm Eastbark. I'm leader of the Arctic Wolves, and with me today is Chris.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris. I'm a co-leader for Kraken and a pro player here on Polychamps. Today, we'll be breaking down one of the most exciting bullet games I have played in a recent bit. This was Game 5 in a 5-game series against someone who's widely considered one of the best players in the game currently, Meister Lampe.
Oh, you know what, Chris? Sorry. I'm going to have to root for Meister Lampe because he's on my team. And let's go Arctic Wolves. I just have to put that in there. Sorry. You can continue now.
I have a very interesting spawn here.
Yeah.
As we can see,
looks like the Himalayas
score,
behind you.
Yeah, I can't really access my lighthouse.
Nope.
On the other hand, Meister has, according to this score screen, a lighthouse spawn. There's just one little itsy bitsy tile of fog right here, and the lighthouse is on it.
So you know you're playing the same tribe, right? So you know you're both IMO, and you don't have the same score. There's 5 points different.
If you have a lighthouse in your starting capital vision, then it will be hidden by a tile of fog. I will walk towards the center, and there's no warrior here from Meister. As we can see from the score, Meister has gained only 10 score thus far, and even after turn 2, I still have not met him. He's at 635.
What does that mean?
What that means is that he has walked just like this. He's revealed 3 tiles with one of his warriors.
Okay, why is that important?
When a player has a lighthouse spawn, it's a guessing game. You want to try to figure out where they've spawned as fast as possible. Now, we can do a little bit of deduction here. I have this village right here with these 3 animals and these 2 fruit, and this village is preventing any more villages from spawning on the east side of the map. Now, why is that?
Well, one is the drylands, right? So we know that villages have to spawn 2 tiles from the edge, right? That's one.
Exactly. And that's actually the factor here, because as we can see, this village is perfectly placed to prevent any other villages from spawning, because villages have to have 2 tiles between them. And so all along this border here, you know, there can't be any villages, and there can't obviously be any villages closer.
So he has to be in the west or the north, and we know he has a lighthouse spawn. Okay, so how do you know? Can you tell if he's in the west or the north?
Pretty much, with almost 100% certainty.
Oh, 99.9% certainty? Is that what you're saying?
I will go with 90%.
Okay.
Just to be not quite 100, but we're getting there.
Okay.
Because of the way that my second warrior has moved, I have revealed most of the relevant tiles on the west side of the map. And what do I mean by relevant tiles? Well, if Meister had spawned in the west corner, his capital will be on this tile here.
That's right.
If he had moved a warrior towards the center, then I have a 50% chance, based on those moves, of meeting Meister here.
Yeah, because you know he's cleared out 3 tiles of fog. You know he's moved.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's very unlikely that he's in the west. Otherwise, you'd probably see a warrior by now over there.
I would have either seen a warrior, or better yet, I would see village indicators.
Yeah.
I would see animals. I would see fruit that would tell me that there's a village near here that Meister is gunning for, but I don't. Based on the way that most strong players move.
You follow the resource indicators, right? You send your warrior towards the fruit and the animals because those are the clues that there's a village nearby. Yes.
And so this tells me he's probably not in the west.
Yeah.
Which means he's probably in the north.
Yeah. Well, you're using the skin, so your terrain is different. What does that tell you?
So I see most of Meister's terrain in this northeast section, and most of my terrain in the west section. So all of these factors combine to tell me Meister is most likely in the north.
Yes.
And why does this matter so much?
Yes.
Now I probably know where his warrior is. Because if his capital is on this tile,
Yep.
then his first warrior is probably walking southwest. Now, the reason for that is because if his capital is on this tile, then I know with 100% certainty that there are 0 villages on the northeast section of the map.
Right. On Drylands maps, villages cannot spawn on the first, second, or fourth tile from the edge of the map. Also, villages must be at least 2 tiles from any other village. There are other rules about village generation, and we have a video that explains it. We'll put a link to that map gen video in the description.
With almost 100% certainty at this point that Meister has walked his first warrior in the southwest direction, away from me.
Yeah.
And this all culminates in me thinking, okay, I can play a little bit slowly, I can breathe.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Totally makes sense.
But now, and we see this validated. This is his second warrior, walking directly into the center. And now we know with confidence that he's in the north.
Right, because if it was his first, it would already be there. Yeah, it's not.
Exactly.
It must be the second. Yeah.
So we're going to tech into hunting here, try to get some early upgrades.
So you feel
And now
safe
we
moving
see-
into the west. You know that he's not over there. You can take your time, find a village. This looks like it might be a low density map, right? Maybe just 5 cities total? Because we know there's not one in the east.
That's what I'm theorizing at this point,
Yeah.
and we can say that that's probably true.
Yeah.
Because we see Meister's city right here. We know where his capital is, and we know there's no villages on the east side. So yes, this village right here is the last one. And also, I know something else, which is that Meister has archery on turn 4.
Oh, I didn't even see that. There's a little shield around the hit points, so you know he has a defense bonus. So are you going to be able to claim that village in the west?
He has a city right here that he can make archers out of.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for me to bring units over to this west side to defend it.
Okay.
I move my warrior east and I get an explorer just to get a better idea
Yeah.
of what he's doing. And now I have just about as
Oh.
much vision. Nice lighthouse
You
there.
got the lighthouse. That'll be useful. Okay.
Most importantly, I have all this vision of Meister. If Meister moves very naturally, which would be like warrior onto this animal
Mm-hmm.
and then make an archer in this city,
yes.
then how do I keep this? He does exactly what I said, right?
Yeah.
He just moves this warrior
That's what
this
I
way.
would do. Get an archer. But you move off the village. You go south, but you find a ruin. Cool.
I do find a ruin, so now there's something for my warrior to do over there instead of just wallow in sadness.
Just die to an archer. Yeah.
Yeah. And then now I get climbing, and that allows me to walk over the Himalayas behind my capital and get this lighthouse.
So you got the climbing for the ruin, but also so you could scale Mount Everest back there. Got it.
Exactly. And look at those mines. I mean, 3 mines in my capital. That's pretty good.
Uh-huh. But one
But
more
unfortunately-
lighthouse and you can upgrade your capital. Oh, but you didn't go for that lighthouse. You'll get it later, I guess.
I can get it this turn. My warrior is prepped to move on to this mountain.
Nice.
One thing about this position really sucks, which is that I only have 2 cities, and I'm up against 3 cities. And Meister's already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archers.
But you're going to get 3 ruins, which could be very
I
valuable.
am. They have to turn out to be something strong.
Oh, star ruin, and then you picked mining.
And I had exactly enough stars from the ruin to afford a giant in my capital. So the star ruin allows me to get this turn 6 giant,
Dang.
which means now I can get a giant in the middle city with the monument, the mine, and the animal.
Okay, but you know
using
what? I
population.
just have to say, Meisterlamp is pretty amazing. So is the Arctic Wolves. And Meisterlamp combined with archers and Arctic Wolves, you know, that's a pretty good counter to giants.
It is, and unfortunately for me, my giants are not long for this world. They are just meat sacks,
Yeah.
trying their best. I know that I'm going to get sieged here, so I have to use all my stars to unsiege this city, but I'm able to do it. And now we see the power of archers. I only have these warriors.
And Meister's going to pick up that village that you in the west that you knew you couldn't keep. Yeah. But you can get the Eye of God, I bet, if you get that last lighthouse.
Well, my warrior is sneakily making its way over there in the west.
Almost.
If it can step north onto the mountain next turn, it can get Eye of God.
Yeah. And you have one more ruin waiting. All right, look at that meat sack soaking up the arrows. Ouch.
Yeah, it's not doing so hot, we'll put it that way. But Meister does concede the Eye of God to me, so I am able to get that.
What'd you get?
And I get an archery ruin.
Oh, that's nice. That also helps your giant gets a little armor on that meat sack. It's not just vulnerable anymore.
Exactly. So it's going to survive just a little bit longer, but archers are a bit tough to use in this position because I only have one city that I would feel comfortable producing archers in. And they're a little bit far away. And wait. Riding.
I just see that. Where did that rider come from?
I just bought riding last turn. So I was very, very patient. And I knew that if I bought myself some space, I would be able to get myself riding.
I see.
And try to produce some counterplay to these archers. But I still don't have that many units. So it's really just like, maybe I can get a kill on an archer here. And so what I do is I use this giant push to get a nice hit on one of the archers, try to weaken them a little bit.
Nice giant push. So you have 2 cities, 3 giants, all of which, they have the defense bonus from the mountain and the forest, so that helps your giants.
Yes, they're harder to kill, but they still are just meat sacks, right? They're not providing me any attacking value. And I have to pick up the kill on this warrior over here because I really, really want to train units in my central city without it getting sieged. And if that warrior is allowed to live, then Meister can just freely siege that city whenever he wants to. And that would
he's
deny
got
me a
that
lot
line of archers. That is such the classic. Look at them. Look at those archers moving up in a line. Firing squad material right there.
That giant's gone. I mean, it didn't do anything. It just walked around and kind of bumbled its way into death.
It had a big target painted on its forehead. I mean, you can't blame it for going for it.
And there's a veteran as well. I mean, these archers are just... If we look at whose setup is, like, stronger...
He has 3 cities. You have 2. It's... yeah.
And these riders... And one of the riders is getting picked off right away. These warriors are also getting picked off without any retaliation damage. And Meister can use archery to get a defense bonus for his own giant to march it in much more easily. And so now comes the Hail Mary play. I've been saving up my stars.
You have a lot of stars. Wow, 32. What are you going to do with all that? Wait. I'm going to guess. Actually, knights would be great. Oh, there we go.
There it is. So chivalry for me. So you'll see me hit this veteran archer twice. It's down to 2 HP. And then I just leave the riders right where they are.
Wait, if Meister Lampe has vision on that knight, the 2 hit point archer can shoot it. And he can space out his units.
Well, here's the thing. He does. He does see the knight. And I don't know this at the time.
Is his little archer going to shoot your knight?
Even if it does, the knight is not going to die. My knight will still have enough HP to kill even a defense bonus archer. So it will still be able to chain through Meister's backline units if he's not careful.
Is there a tool or a bot or something in Poly Champions that could help you predict if a certain unit was going to kill and survive another unit?
Well, during this match, I had readily available to me a really helpful thing called Poly Calculator.
Poly Champions is brought to you by Poly Calculator. Poly Calculator for all your battle needs. Not sure whether your opponent will be able to kill you, whether you kill your opponent? Check the Poly Calculator and never question again.
Exactly. And this is the moment of truth. This turn right here. This is my one chance to close out or to turn around the game.
Can
And
you make a
this is it.
chain? Is
This
he gonna
move
space? Is
right
he?
here. Look.
He does. He presents you with a, what is that? A 6-unit chain?
6-unit chain.
Oh, but he saw the knight.
He did see the knight.
Oh.
And he makes one misclick of an archer. He wanted to move this archer right here. He wanted to move it onto the altar
monument, right? The monument
Mhm.
would just give you the 3-unit chain. I mean, it's still a chain, but oh dear. You got all 6. But he can siege with his giant, right? He can move into your in your city there.
He can. So now what do I need to do? Well, I have planned already because look, I still have...
Yeah, Eye of God and Gate of Power.
Yep. And so now I can grab these 2 fruit and not 1, but 2 monuments in this city.
Oh, you popped a giant. Very nice.
To deny this attack.
And you got another knight. Oh, yeah. Could you have gotten a Houdini there?
I debated waiting for Meister to siege, and I decided that it was more valuable to me to prevent him from sieging and save the stars than it was for me to let him walk in and try to get a Houdini.
It's not worth it. Okay.
And now, this is why. On this turn, because I've created this space with my giants, I can train 2 knights instead of 1.
Yes.
And I can really amp up the pressure. But Meister does a great job getting roads here, defending this west city, preventing my giant from walking towards it and sieging it. So he's still hanging on to his city advantage, despite this big chain.
And he has a shield, which means he has strategy, which means he could be going for diplomacy and cloaks. Maybe.
Really, I think he's just trying to make sure that my knights can't really break through.
Okay.
And in this case, that is what we're seeing, right? I am having trouble with all of this rough terrain around my middle city, and I'm also having trouble getting through these defenders, which are creating some annoying zone of control.
That's right. Your knights cannot get past those zone of control of those tank units.
Yeah. Now Meister is forced to walk back into his city, and now my knights can start clearing out units. And because I have archery, I'm able to produce some archers, which are going to help me deal with these defenders.
Yeah. You can soften up the defender with an archer and then come in with a knight, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's one more problem with this position, and we can see it. This giant, this 40 HP giant, is walking straight towards my middle city. And while I have quite a few units, I might not be able to unsiege.
But it looks like this is the end of the game. We're coming down to the wire.
We are coming down to it because this is the final turn where things have to be played in such a way that Meister is not going to have any options. Meister did not have enough units to unsiege, but there is a possibility for him to
pop his own giant
in his capital.
Could he get a giant?
If we look at his perspective.
Okay. But
in that city, and
he cannot pop his own giant. He doesn't have the stars for it.
So not only can Meister not unsiege his capital, but he also realizes that if we look at this city, we can see that it has 365 score, which indicates that it has 3 extra population. He can see that yes, it is possible for me to get a giant there.
You chop a forest and place a forge. Oh, and then 2 more lumber huts. I see. Yes.
Exactly. It was very exciting in the moment and a thrilling way to end off the series.
Yeah. Well played. Thank you so much for talking me through it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. To join our league and play Polytopia with us, join our Discord server. A link is in the description. Take care. See you on the next one.